Hey guys, April 24th, Friday, 1:30 p.m. Decent day, but we got some huge problems that we need to strive to fix and make baby steps towards. Basically, I woke up, I went to sleep at 1 a.m., not 3 a.m., which is a lot better, but still 1 a.m. And to put aside factor, I just had so much trouble sleeping. One, because of my bad habits, because of like my phone and stuff. I didn't eat at night though, which is really good, but I was on my phone way too late, and I need a haircut. My hair is so fucking uncomfortable at night. It is genuinely so hot at night. I slept on the other side of the bed, and then because my bed is like not elevated perfectly, I had a little bit of a sore throat tonight or this morning because all the mucus was pooling in the back of my throat. But it was fine. I'm not sick at all. But yeah, went to sleep at 1 a.m. Maybe later, I don't even know. But I tried going to sleep at like 12:40. So I'm assuming I went to sleep at like 1 a.m. ish. We woke up today at 8:30. Not bad. We're making fucking progress. Small progress is progress. Even 30 minutes a day. Dude, even if you only wake up earlier by like 15, 30 minutes a day, a full week, that's like pretty much back to where you were, you know? As long as you can make those baby steps and not progress so fast that you don't stick with it, you know? Because, yeah, honestly, what I learned is that fast progress is really shiny, and a lot of people push for fast progress, but I realized that the compounding and the real results happen when you stick with something. And if you have to make baby steps to make it easier to stick with it, I think that's a positive trait. So that's been my philosophy. But yeah, good wake up time. Still need to work on the sleep time. But yeah, we woke up at 8:30 with around 7 hours of sleep. I'm actually going to talk about my routine, and then I'm going to go in here and talk about what I actually did today. Actually, no. Let me just talk about what I did today. No, never mind. Yeah, I want to go outside and then back inside and then back outside. It's retarded. Okay, so look, I'm gonna do a little bit weird. Actually, I'll just zoom through my routine. It's fine. I did my routine pretty much basically perfectly. I woke up. I walked around. I actually took a shower before I did bench press, but I still did everything. So I walked around. I did my half cold shower again. I took a hot shower because of my throat, but I switched it to cold after, so half cold shower. And then I did my sets of bench press, and then I did meditate. I did weigh myself, starting to lose weight again, so hopefully we can keep that train going. Actually crazy that I lost weight because I ate 3,000 calories yesterday, and that's way too much food. I should not have eaten that much food. Unacceptable. But side note, my standards are pretty low. I need to really raise them. But weighed myself, meditated, I already said that. I planned my day before, so that was a nice touch that I did. I planned tomorrow, today, last night as well. I also tracked my day yesterday night. No vision board or anything because I didn't really need it today. And we started working, so that was good. That was my routine. Regarding what I got done today, pretty productive day. I gave up on one thing that I'm not gonna do, which is like I'm not gonna make an extra 2 brand videos today. I just don't feel like doing it at all. I'm too dopamine fried, and we're gonna talk about dopamine a lot today. Holy fuck. Okay, I posted the Wednesday Iron Pause video on YouTube that I forgot to post. That was a side thing. Posted that. I posted caption posts, and then I edited 2 brand videos, one Iron Pause, one Jayu, that I recorded yesterday, because again I didn't fucking record and post in the same day yesterday as well as I did the day before. Too fucking lazy. Shame on me. But I edited those videos, posted them. That was great. And then I told my KOL sorters that I'm back from my trip. So that's all I did today. But a lot of progress. Caption post done. Real brand post done. And yeah, so the only thing we have to do today is I want to start planning for the next 5 months, and then I'm going to work on this PayPal issue. I think I can just get it all done today because it's not that much stuff. But Yeah, I don't want to keep it conservative. I don't want to give myself a million tasks. Originally, on top of all that work, I was supposed to make 2 more brand videos, but I knew that I would probably get it done and I could definitely do it. But by then, I would feel so accomplished that I wouldn't do anything else. And I know the PayPal stuff and planning for the next 5 months is more important. So, kind of a calculated laziness right there. But yeah, we're pretty much done with all our work today. We still got to do stuff though. I'm gonna try the best to not indulge for the next 10 hours straight and actually get some shit done. Okay, now that we talked about my routine and what I did today, let's talk a little bit. God damn, it's hot in here. Well, it's not hot, it's sunny. Really nice. Actually, it's a bit cloudy, but yeah, this morning it was really sunny. This morning it was really cloudy. Right now it's a little bit sunny. Okay, so we have a huge issue, and it's getting worse. And I don't want it to get worse because I know that this one thing, and I know I'm like egging you guys on, I'm not telling you exactly what it is, but you can probably guess what it is if you say my journals. It's getting to a point where, well, this one thing affects everything. Your productivity, I just gave it away, it's your dopamine, but your productivity and your fucking life and your progress and just even how you see life and your mindset, you know? Because when your dopamine is too high, nothing seems enjoyable. And then that small like inflection, that small difference you have between being fried and not fried in dopamine, that can start a negative feedback loop and go really fucking down really fast. And so I don't want that to happen. Do not want that to happen. Today, what I'm referencing is that for the past like 3 days, honestly, bro, like, yeah, I was expecting to rest a little bit and be very like unbehaved, but like I wasn't expecting it to like last like to this extent where I can't get back into real flow as quickly as I wanted to. Like, so the past couple days or so, I've been working until like 11. So I would get a good anywhere from 1.5 to like 3 hours of focus and delaying dopamine. And then after that, I would just fucking break my whole system. So like I would just fucking fry it. Like I would literally, if you took a computer and you fucking threw it in the water and you electrocuted the water and then you set the whole thing on fire. Like that's what I would do to my dopamine system from noon or afternoon. And then as a result, literally, like I kid you not, like literally 5, 6, anywhere from 5 to like 10 hours are just gone. And it's the most fucked thing ever. And I know I don't need to do it. Like I know that if I don't do it, then I'm not gonna burn out. Like that's a fallacy. That's a irrational thing to think about. But it's a habit. And I think what it comes down to is I have a few addictions. The most embarrassing one is disgusting videos. And that's what's been the main thing, honestly, if I'm being honest with you guys. It's really embarrassing to admit because I know that I'm gonna upload this later when I feel comfortable uploading all these journals, and people might watch them because they're pretty interesting, they're pretty raw, and there's no filterage that goes behind these. But yeah, it is very embarrassing, but it's very real. And if I'm being honest, I think that addiction is just not talked about enough. Like it's like when it comes to numbers, when it comes to how many people are actually addicted, like it's a lot of fucking people. It's like it's a good percentage. Like there was a statistic that like like 60% of men are single. That's over half, bro. Like that's a lot of fucking people. And if you're single, you have this hole in your system, unless you have like amazing friends and like amazing family. You're just not getting intimacy though. Like even if you have those things, like friendship is not intimate, family isn't very intimate. Like you're all just like, it's like meaningful and intimate is not the same thing. I just realized that. Like a meaningful relationship can still be 10 out of 10, but meaningful is different from intimate, I think. I don't know the definition of these words or anything. I'm not studying it, but like from my perspective at least, like intimate is when, or like when I think of intimate, I think of people that are together because like they love each other. Like love is a very unique word. It means that you love someone and that biologically you're gonna reproduce with them. Simple. Like I guess that's only what love means. Like from a ancient level. This is actually a good conversation. I like talking about this. This is actually one of the interesting journals I made. But I think from ancient, the most first principles thing, ancient, like love is just you want to the end goal is to reproduce with them. And I don't mean that from like if you get with a girl you got to reproduce them. What I mean by that is that in our monkey brain, the only thing that fucking matters, the only reason we hook up and do all these things and fucking jerk off and like fucking do all these things, like the only thing and like this even translates to business, because people don't even know why they chase money, or like people don't know why they feel embarrassed when they do some things. Most of these natural things all trace back to either the desire to reproduce or the fear of not being able to reproduce. A good example that probably doesn't seem related, but it's like insane to think about, is that like when you get embarrassed doing something, you're only embarrassed because your monkey, like literally, and you can't trace this back, like, it's so deep down, but if you're wondering, I learned this from Charlie Morgan, because he studies a lot of fucking psychology, and he learned from Sam Evans and Carl Jung, so probably those guys. But when you get embarrassed doing something, like at the end of the day, the only fear that it is that you're not gonna be able to reproduce, or when you have when you're scared of not making money, or like being fit. Like being fit's a big one. Like people don't go to the gym to look good. They go to the gym because in their monkey brain, they know if they look good, they're more likely to reproduce. Like that's all it is. And so I think what I'm trying to get at is when 60% of men don't have intimacy. That's a hole. That's a fucking big gaping hole. No pun intended. That's disgusting. But that's a big hole in their soul and like their ancient psychology that they're aware of subconsciously. And what I'm trying to get at here, guys, is that if more than half of men have this fucking hole that they're not able to fill, this sounds so dirty. The puns are gonna be crazy. But when they have this like void, I'll say void. If they don't have this void that they're able to fill, then they're gonna fucking get it somehow. They're either gonna pay for strippers, they're either gonna talk to girls that they'll never get, they're either gonna hook up, they're either gonna watch porn. And that's that. Like that's the end of the story. So what I'm trying to say here is that while I think that this is very embarrassing to admit, that I honestly do have like a pretty strong addiction. I was one of the kids who was exposed to this stuff at like age 12. It's fucking bad, bro. That's an 8-year relationship. 8.5 year, because it's like April. Okay, 8.3 there, 3 months, right? Or 8.25 because it's 12 months. Yeah. 8.25 year relationship with this bad addiction that, if I'm being honest with you, from 12 to 20 years old, I didn't have a single year where I was not consuming it pretty regularly. Is bad. And I just been hiding it. Like I thought it was like this little secret that I would keep it to myself. But as I get more mature and I learn, this is not okay. And it is very natural to be addicted to this stuff. Not biologically, but like given the circumstances, and like if you put someone in my circumstance, this would be a very appealing addiction. Another thing that's scary about this shit is that apparently, I'm saying this with a grain of salt, but I'm pretty sure this is like rooted in truth, is that the dopamine you get from, the end result of doing that, it's like the same as cocaine, which, as you know, cocaine's like one of the hardest drugs you can take. And so it's like, holy fuck, like this is like really bad. And I saw like a couple of videos lately because algorithm knows me pretty well and they're catching on. So they're fucking putting these no fat videos in front of me because the algorithm's smart. And I only learned this yesterday, that it was that strong as cocaine. And it didn't hit me until like there was actually a study where they like looked at the fucking x-ray of your brain and like the different sectors of your brain and how big they are, and they saw that one that was addicted to, one that wasn't even putting substances in their body, one that was just watching pixels on a screen, still had the same like brain composition as a cocaine addict. Not composition, but like the front sector of the brain, which is like for impulse control and all that stuff. Oh, by the way, hopefully this video doesn't end, because I know my storage is running really low, but this is like a really great journal. I'm having a blast making this journal. It's basically a lot smaller. So what I'm trying to say, let me carry on the conversation, because I'm scared that my video is going to end any second now, is it's a really bad addiction. My points here is that it's not talked about a lot. However, it's extremely common, and that it's a really bad addiction, and that the addictiveness of this addiction is like top tier. It's like cocaine or heroin or whatever the fuck, and it doesn't do anything to your body, so it's easier to justify, you know, and it's more private, and people can't tell that you're addicted to it, which is also scary, because like what's the point of quitting if there's no consequence? Well, there is, but you get the point. So yeah, that's been a horrible problem that's been getting worse. Because it used to be like pretty bad, but I would still be able to like have 12-hour work days. When now it's at the point where after Dayton, I'm just indulging so much where literally for this entire week so far, it's what, day 4 after Dayton, I'm still having days where I'm working until 11:30, and then I just consume the rest of the fucking day until like 9 p.m. where I want to maybe do something. It's horrible. It's disgusting. And I know that like, I know I can hit my goals without working 12 hours a day, but the reason I care about it so much is because I do believe that bad shit will happen to everyone, and it's better to be ahead of the curve than just on time, if that makes sense. It's better to do more than is required, because there will always be something unlucky that happens to you, that if you didn't work ahead, then you'd be fucked, right? And so, yeah, that's where I'm getting at. But, so, what do I want to do? I'm going to do a lot of research on dopamine detoxing. I've seen a lot of it. I understand quite a bit, but I'm going to actually put action. I'm going to actually make a plan, and this will come in handy with my 5-month plan. But it sounds like a big task, because I've been addicted for 8 years, but I do want to quit porn for good. And I know that I'm probably going to have to figure it out, and I'm going to fail a lot of times, obviously. But my plan is not to cold turkey. That's not going to work. I just do not have the willpower for that, and my dopamine baseline is so high that there's just basically no mathematical chance that I cold turkey something like that. Now, I do want to take baby steps. I do want to make a plan. I do want to make a strong plan on either reducing this by way more than like 70%, or just eliminating it completely. I know there's probably no chance that, I mean, in terms of, it's getting specific, in terms of actually going on the website and watching disgusting things, definitely eliminate that, because that's not natural and you don't need that at all. But when it comes to, you know, basically masturbation, I don't think you can eliminate that completely. I think the healthiest people on earth, I do think it's a healthy thing, but it needs to be in like such a small moderation, like once a month, right? Like maybe not even once a month, you know, like not even weekly, nothing like that. People say it's healthy to cope. I believe you can't cut it out completely, but you basically need to quit. Like if you do it once a month, I consider that quitting, you know? So yeah, I want to get to that point. I want to get to the point where I don't know exactly what I'm going to do, but I want to make a plan to reduce this significantly, because that is the biggest catalyst for a dopamine baseline, and that's not good. You want your dopamine baseline to be low. And then from there, I'm probably going to have to figure out burnout, because now that I'm not just frying my system with dopamine, I'm in the range where if I continue it for too long, I'll probably burn out and all that shit. But one thing at a time. I think I stepped on something. No, I'm good. But the ground's really hot. Okay, I'm surprised the journal didn't end. I'm gonna end it now, but that's been the biggest issue. The work is fine. I have big accounts. I'm actually set up to succeed tenfold. I still need to figure out how am I gonna make these big accounts get a lot of sales, because I'm still not figuring it out, and just nothing. I'm making the videos, but nothing's really happening yet. And so I'm gonna see what I could do to actually turn these accounts that I built into 10K months. But all of this stems from the fact that, you know, I just gotta put in the time, and the reason I'm not putting the time is because instead of putting in the time, I'm fucking chasing dopamine, because I spiked my baseline at a cocaine level at 11 a.m. And so from 1 p.m. to 9 p.m., I'm chasing that high, you know? Disgusting. So I think this was an amazing journal. It's not very prideful to post something like this and admit, but I think it's very helpful, and I can't wait to be on the other side of like not being bound by this. And the goal is to quit and fill in this hole at the same time. And I know that the only way I'm gonna fill this hole in is getting fit, being confident in myself, and then fucking talking to the opposite sex. Like, that's really all it is, bro. I really think if I could just, you know, be a good person, and maybe not a girlfriend, but even just like talking to them, like even being in the talking stage, I think that'll fill in that hole that I need. Pause. That'll fill in that void. That'll fill in that void enough to fulfill that desire, even though I'm not gonna be married or anything, you know, which is like the ancient thing, which is like marry and reproduce, right? But it'll fill the void. It'll fill the void enough so that I'm not doing disgusting shit that is, number one, disgusting, and number two, very destructive, like extremely destructive. So amazing journal. I can't wait to post everything and just expose my entire life to the world. But yeah, I'm gonna do some work later today, hopefully. Honestly, okay, look, today I'm gonna wrap it up with my thoughts about today specifically. Today I did the thing again, so like my dopamine baseline is fried. So I'm gonna try my best to do this work. I'll probably get to it, but I know that bottom line I'm gonna be indulging a lot today, just by chasing that high again, that I set at like 11 a.m. But I think I still got the consciousness to like do some work in the afternoon. So yeah, see you guys later. Good talk, and we need to take action. I'm gonna start, this will all tie into my 5-month planning, where I'm gonna plan this little detox as like a little program that I'm conducting for myself. So yeah, bye.